can see how bad this looks, can't you? He was at the scene of the incident. He was carrying a knife. A knife that has now been established as the one that was used to kill Mason Radcliffe.
I've already told you I admitted it was my knife, but it weren't me who did it.
We'll get to that in a minute, Dylan. What I'm interested in is why you didn't come forward in the first place. Why we had to learn all this from your dad.
Because I was scared what might happen. Why do you think I carried a knife in the first place? Why do you think I carried a knife yesterday?
Because you were scared?
Yeah.
Scared of who, Mason?
What? No, his brothers and what they might do to him.
So was he a mate of yours, then?
Mason? Not at first, no, but... yeah. Suppose we were.
But you gave evidence against him at his trial.
Yeah, but that was different. We didn't get on back then. That was before we'd sorted everything out.
Maybe it's just me. But if someone I knew grasped me up and got me sent down, I wouldn't want to be the mate. I'd be angry. I want to get my own back, maybe even want to hurt them. Is that what happened? Did Mason come after you and you pulled out a knife to defend yourself?
It wasn't like that. Why aren't you listening to what I'm saying? I've told you it was his brothers that killed him, not me.
You got a minute? There's someone here to see you.
Joseph and Hope have got something they want to say.
I'm really sorry I made that call to the ambulance.
You were the one who made it.
It was your idea, though.
Hope, enough. Go on.
I'm sorry too.
It was a stupid thing to do, and we'll never do anything like it again.
Well, ta for the apology and for coming over here, but it's not like it's going to bring Seb back, is it?
What?
I meant Mason.
Look, it's been a long couple of days. We're both exhausted. Is it okay if we leave it there for now?
Yeah, no worries, mate. We'll see ourselves out.
Come on. You want to talk about it?
About what?
About what's happened?
Not really, no.
Hey, is your Bernie all right? Only she's been knocking him back a bit, even for her.
Yeah, it's just a little family thing, but yeah, thanks for the heads up, and I'll keep an eye on her and make sure that she takes things easy, yeah?
So what happened after I called you? Did you speak to your Asha?
Saw her when she came home, but I didn't really think she was in any mood to talk.
Well, she had plenty to say for herself earlier.
But she saw a young man die. I can't even begin to imagine how upsetting that must have been for her.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get that, but she's practically blaming our Joseph for it.
No. What she's saying is that what he and Hope did might have contributed to it. There's a difference.
Is there? Well, you try telling him that.
Hey, everything all right?
No, it's not. I spoke to Kevin earlier. Is it true what Hope and Joseph did?
Oh, not this again. Right, it was meant as a joke. It was wrong, and they both know they shouldn't have done it. And our Joe, well, he went to the police and confessed to it.
What, they're just going to let him off with a slap on the wrist?
Actually, we don't know yet. They made a mistake. But they didn't kill that lad.
It didn't exactly help him, though, did they? Come on.
Thanks. Thank you for your support.
Well, what did you want me to say?
Something. Anything?
According to what you told me earlier, you were with Mason when his brothers suddenly turned up.
Yeah. Then Mason jumped off the balcony and he started running. His brothers chased after him.
Towards the ginnel?
Yeah. I followed him to see if he was all right, but they'd cornered him. They were just laying into him. That's when I brought out the knife.
And you say you only pulled out a knife to try and scare them off?
Yeah. But then Logan grabbed it off me and he was the last one holding it as far as I know.
Remind me again what happened next.
I panicked. I started running. I thought Mason was behind me, but when I checked, he wasn't there. It was only later that I found out what had happened to him. That his brothers had stabbed him.
Right. But when you realised that Mason wasn't following you, you just left him there. Why didn't you go back and check if he was all right? I mean, he was lying there on the ground, bleeding to death.
I told you I didn't know what happened until later. I tried to call him, but I didn't know. It wasn't my fault.
Look, can we take a break or something? You can see he's upset. His friend's just died. He's probably in shock.
I'd like to request that we pause the interview until my client's up to answering more questions.
Fine. Take all the time you need. Interview suspended at 16:32.
Dylan, it's going to be all right. Everything is going to be okay.
So you and Carla are all right then?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly over the moon that she knew about your involvement in the break-in, but, well, she was just looking out for you, I guess.
What about me?
How do you mean?
Well, part of you must hate me for what I've done.
Hate you? What? Betsy, I love you. You're my daughter. But, look, I can't just brush all this under the table. I've had to tell my superiors about what happened and, well, you're gonna have to go to the station tomorrow for questioning. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Only doing your job.
I thought you'd be angry at me.
I don't really feel anything much right now. I still can't believe he's dead. I only saw him yesterday and I was so horrible to him. I just wish I could take it all back and just tell him how I really feel. But I can't.
Is he okay?
Yeah, just a little bit grouchy. I'm not sure why.
Oh, well, I don't want to take him outside, get him some fresh air. Might tire him out.
Thanks, but we'll be all right.
OK, why don't I go to the chipper, get us some tea?
Oh, that'd be nice.
OK, won't be long.
I love you so much, Loma. And I will never, ever let anything bad happen to you. I promise.
Look, can I ask how much longer we're going to be? Because we've been here forever and my son has been through quite a lot and he's answered all of your questions over and over again. I mean, what more could you possibly need to know?
No, it's all right. I think we're pretty much done here. For now, anyway.
So I mean, I can go home.
Oh, once we've sorted out your conditions of your bail, yeah, you're free to go.
What, bail? What do you mean bail? Why would he need that?
Well, your son's still a suspect in a murder inquiry. And even if he's telling the truth and it's proven that he wasn't directly involved in Mason Radcliffe's death, he was still at a crime scene carrying a bladed article.
So that's it then. Whatever happens here, I'm getting sent down for this, aren't I? Aren't I?